Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In the last part we populated Trout Lake, and you can see we're now on the 23rd of October with winter coming, because what I want to do is see how well the residents in here get through the winter with no heating. And if you click on the buildings, it doesn't come up now. It actually comes up and says that they will heat themselves but cause pollution. So what we're going to do, so this winter is going to be a test. If it's bad, what we'll do is put some kind of heating in here. I think I've got some option for electrical or oil-fired heating, but we'll look into that if that problem comes. Over here, while I was actually playing on, what actually happened was this oil field came online, so we're now actually getting a little bit of oil flowing in, but it's not really worth that much at the moment. So what I'm thinking is that we're going to come here. I mean, we got a couple of cisterns. In fact, we got 3 of them. So I think what I'm planning at the moment is that if we pick up from over here, this is very much a temporary situation, and then you're going to unload the oil there. What we're going to do is just bring the oil up by truck to here. So the idea is that what we'll do is we'll store the oil in these tanks until such time as I can get an oil train sorted out. Because at the moment, my construction train over here has still got a little bit more work to do. So what I want to do is get the track out past this crossover, and then what we can do then is double track this and then bring trains down into here. And you can see I've got over 10 million. Oops, we've just had a fire. Where was that? Didn't notice that at all. Okay, well, now the secondary objective of going through the winter is I want to see how well my population holds up. You can see it's just below 15,000 at the moment. We're getting marginally more births than deaths. So I just want to see how well that population comes up. Actually, we've got our first over 21. Where are you? Well, I'm not going to go hunting 1 over 21, but if that gets up to say 10 or 20, we're going to see where they're lurking. So we got that there. I think over here, I've got no idea what my construction train is here. He's actually, wow. Okay, you actually finished that. And he's actually building that. I think I'm going to cancel that for the moment, if I can get it. We're going to suspend construction on that, because what I want to do is, where are you? I want you to finish off over here, because I want a connection to the border. I want you to build that, and what I want to do is complete the double tracking on this side. So we've got 2 tracks all the way to the border, because I've got an idea that what I could do is get another oil train here and export fuel from here, not from there, from here, to the NATO countries to earn some dollars. What I've done also is laid in some roads here, and I've put a road in here, and I think this is being built at the moment. And these will be the access roads to my farm up here. Though we're going to have to build a very small community here as well. So that's underway. Up over here, we've been laying out a road here. I'm not sure if this road is finished. Yes, it is. So what I would like to do is start planning. Oops, I don't know why I'm on pause. And we've got this here. This is being built. And I've got half an idea to bring the railway in here and connecting these up with railways, but I'm not convinced that's actually beneficial. Now the next thing I want to do is put in an asphalt road crossover. Let me just turn the wireframe on so I can orientate. And what I'd like to do is kind of come out like that and come in like that. And what this will be is the town centre crossover. And we got a small Buildings without power supply. I think what we can do is just assign you that and that. I'll just turn the wireframe off again. What jobs have you got? Yeah, we've got some unfinished roads as well. And what I want to do is just build these roads in here through the winter. And what I'm thinking is to have a fairly large shopping centre. The only trouble is this has only got one external connection, which is a bit odd. Because the big one's only got the one external connection and 2 roads, and the small shopping centre here actually has 2. So maybe we can do a bit of planning here. Because what I'd like to do is get, say, you in about here. Oh, we nearly built some footpaths into that. That would have been a problem. And then storage. And what I'd like to do is come something like this. Can't build due to infrastructure. Thank you, game. And then we'll put this here. And then where's the meat storage? What I want to do is I'm going to put the meat storage. Don't want you to build that road there just yet. What I'll do is tuck the meat storage in about like that. I have to get rid of this road. And then what I want is a, what we call it, what's it called? Road cargo station. Then we're going to put a road cargo station in like this. I mean, it's slightly in the wrong position, but now this may seem a little bit overkill with respect to having a big meat storage and a big warehouse here feeding a small shop. But what I want to do is set this up as a distribution center for as and when we expand out that way. And I think while I'm actually working on this area as well, what I wouldn't mind is a bus platform. Again, this only has the one road, and kind of where this actually has 2. I'm a bit inclined to just put the bus platform in there as well. That's going to be the distribution there, and that's all I want to plan in here at the moment, because winter is coming. Now, one interesting thing over here is that I got a lot more crops in, and I actually had a bit of a problem with respect to storage. All the crops came into here, and what actually happened was the trucks in this distribution office actually started to take a break, and it came down to the fact that all these silos were full. So what I've had to do is add, what was it, down the bottom here, volcano grain storage here as a kind of long distance overflow. So, and I think part of the problem is that compared to previous years, these silos haven't been emptying out that much. So I've got a bit of a crop surplus at the moment, but that doesn't mean I can sit on my laurels, because what's going to happen is as we build up the really big city to the north up there, life's going to get a bit more difficult. I want to make sure, see how are we actually. Oh, this guy's working on this bit of track now. That's good. Here we got coming up to 11 million. Let me just open up the map so we can get around the map a bit more. I'll get back to here. Let's see, make sure this guy is still working. So it looks like you're actually on, what are you building? So once you've built this bit, I want you back to do these crossovers. I want to check the food situation here. Pretty good. Got lots of resources coming in here. I'm just going to fly over to here. I want to see what job are you doing? Because what I would like to do is build in all these tracks before we get anything done. What are you working on? You're working on this section here. Yeah, I'm just going to speed the game up now so we can get into winter. Yeah. I mean, the iron mine up here is finished, but it's got no power supply, which is a bit of a fail on my part, and I think I've put the power supply in. What we haven't got is this built, and it's not even assigned. Okay, a bit of a fail there. We'll assign Trout Lake to it as a support. I mean, to be honest, there's no rush with getting this online because I need this infrastructure built so that I can ship the iron ore out, because it's way too far to actually truck the iron ore. Let me just see, are we bringing in the oil from this area here? Yeah, we're getting a little bit of oil. This is the reason why I'm not rushing to get this up to my oil refinery, because this is all pretty inefficient at the moment. And what I've done also here is I've extended this road down, so that hopefully what we're going to do is get this all built in. Yeah, but I don't think you've actually... Yeah, I think I messed this up with this connection here. And what we're going to need is... my construction office is down there. Don't think... See, none of these are allocated at the moment. You've got power. Oh, we've got to finish that road there first. I mean, building out here is very slow, so I certainly need a construction office out here. More importantly, I need resources out here. The other thing I was thinking about is a road tunnel through here, or some form of road connection through here. So I think maybe we'll do that. Yeah, road tunnel. Kind of liking the idea is having a road tunnel, say, to about here, and then because the alternative is to go all the way out round here with a road. So I think having a road tunnel through to here will be okay. Whoops. Then we're right in there. Yeah, so we're going to use tunnels to connect up our town over here. This is where our nuclear capability is going to be. I think the uranium mine will be here. So we're going to build a town over here, which will have a nuclear power plant on it. But of course, we've got just so much to build. I want to make sure that I've got all the crops in. I mean, everything is working a little bit too efficiently at the moment. And in some ways, what I do really need to do is just catch up with all these works. Okay, you're not quite there yet, then. Maybe we can get back over here and do a bit more planning then. Yeah, how did I lay out my city over here? So what we got? I built this here at the bus station, and then we had a clinic and small clinic and a school. I think what we will have over here is, rather than a small clinic, because this will be providing support for a larger area, and I think it's time to start using some of the bigger buildings here. What we'll probably do is have a hospital, say, about here in the center. Okay. So my construction crews are a little bit busy, and I can't get it in there. And we could put a hospital here because it would be next to the bus station. but that's going to interfere with that road construction. Okay, so we'll just, this is just going to have to wait. Let's see. Right, we're now building this up. A small warehouse is not assigned. Don't have power. What's going on here? Are you not connected? Why have I got a little bit here? That doesn't look like it's actually... I'm going to demolish that. That doesn't look like it's actually connected. That looks a bit better. I hate these little jobs like this. Expansion road crew. Pushtinia road crew. Actually, talk about Pushtinia road crew. How far up have you got with the... we'll just assign you to here. You're my conveyor specialists. Oh, I must have missed that one there. Right, there's a power line in here. Add you. If you can give an assist with that. Quite surprising that the snow hasn't arrived yet. And we're already in November. Let me just get down to here. Hey. Yeah, let me just... What are you building? We might have a problem here. I certainly don't want you doing that. Yeah, it did the auto impression. What I want is you to finish off up here. I want that built, and I want that built. Nope, I just want one built actually. And let me just make sure guy's going to go the right way. Now you're on the way back, aren't you? You've got to be. No, you're not. Okay, I think I might have messed this up a bit. Where are these two jobs? Okay, you're over here. Comes winter. Okay, they're both working here. Ah, I need to mess this up a bit. Actually, this will give me an opportunity to send these guys on a new course. So I think we're going to be going that way. You can come down here so that we got a second rail link off of here. I mean, what I could do is start double signaling up this area, but I'm not sure what's going. Anyway, we're now in winter, so what I want to do is see how well yeah, it says there, residents heat themselves causing pollution. 2 citizens are unable to the pub, electronics, culture. So we're just going to see how well everything goes here. I'm not sure how much pollution they will get here. Missing staff, temperature too low. This could be a problem. There are 2. So the store's okay. You're okay. But the theatre's got an issue. So they're going to suffer from lack of culture. We've got a little bit of religion growing. Yeah, I think we're going to have to put some heating in here. Though I'm not too sure what we can do heating wise. Let's just have a quick look. Heating plant. I mean, we've got electric heating plant. That's wood. That's coal. I'm not sure. What is this? Geothermal heating plant. I'm not exactly. That needs 20 workers. I'm sure I had oil-fired heating as well. I certainly don't really want to use logging because that we'd have to build the population up here too big. More heating plant. Can't build on water. That's got a road. We'd have to build the heating plant. Let me just zoom out a bit. So we'd have to put a heating plant in, say, about there. Infrastructure. Okay, we're going to go with heating. And what I'm going to do is sign up. I mean, we're probably not going to be able to get this in for the, well, this winter, but we might as well just plan it and see how things go. Let's see. Right, this is going to have to come out and get over to here. But we're probably going to have to go through the village here. What we have to do is kind of come off like that and run across the back here like that. Oops. Yeah, we've got crossing power lines here. Don't really like crossing power lines, but it's double crossing power lines. I'm just going to come there. And I'm going to assign this to the bridge construction. Actually, how much was the power draw on this? 140 megawatts. I think that small power cable should be able to cope with it. If it isn't, we'll just fix it. Just want to check my construction trains now. Make sure that they haven't got themselves tangled up. Okay, you're on the way back. Where is the other one? Okay, he's back on the right job now, which is good. Yep. Ah. Right, you're still building this, are you? Yes, you are. Good. I want this to come out here. And really, before we can double track this, we're going to need to come out and build at least the first section of one of these bridges. But it's going to maybe be a little bit messy getting out here. Oops. Pause the game again. Right. Now, there's not much I can do in winter at the moment. What we're going to just have to do is keep an eye on things and see how things develop. How's the food situation? Food situation is now good. Got plenty of food in there. Let's see how the food situation over here is. I think the food is holding up. More importantly, we've now got a nice big supply of clothes coming in, and we've got more clothes up here. So I've cracked the clothing situation. Why are you? We're slowly inching this out so we can get gravel into here. In fact, let's just have a quick look at gravel. I haven't checked my gravel production for some time now, and I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this power station because I'm starting to think that some of my power lines are starting to get a bit overloaded, and we may be starting to get brownouts. Let me just check here. Cannot export. So we've actually got a nice big pile of gravel here because we haven't been using it. So once that other store comes online, life will be quite good. Let me just check the... I just want to check the signals because I was double track. And I think this might be a good time to actually take a look at the signaling through here, because I was sorting it out here all the way through. I've actually got signals up about as far as here, and I've done this bit here. Of course I can't do this bit until this section is finished up to here. Once this finished to here, then I can start putting in the signals to allow the trains to come up to here. In fact, what we could do is, while we're here, we can put that in there, you in there. Cannot put a signal. Thank you, game. And you're going to come out there. Then of course you're going to have to come in here. You're going to have to just put that section in there. Now, one thing I have to be careful when I buy the gravel train is that it can't be too long, because this is a lot shorter than it should be. So, how's the population? We've now got 12 people, 12 over 21s. Where are you? And the population is dropping a little bit. That's understandable, it's winter. You can see deaths is exceeding births. So where are the 12? I've got a feeling that I think the over 21s are actually in this area. So let's have a look and see if we can find them. Okay, yeah. The 21s, yeah. So we got some over 21s in here. Right. I think now I've got two options here. I could put another block of flats in here, which could be advantageous, or what we could do is move a few people out. I think we're going to move some maybe over to here. Let me just see. Got any spare capacity here? Let me just put some in. The over 21s should now drop. Okay, we've still got some more. Okay, we're down to 3. Are there any more over 21s then? I can't see there being any over 21s in here because we've got the People's Palace. Let me just get back over to here. Okay, we've still got some persistent over 21s here. Okay. We just think maybe you want to go and live in the People's Palace. A lot of these are actually full, so that gets the over 21s down to 0. So that's looking good. I am very tempted to put in another block of flats or something in here. So, I think we will do it. The problem's going to be is distance. Residential. Where is it? I can never find residential in this mod section. Hospital, cinema, playground. There it is. Now, I don't want to put a really big block in here. I just want something that's, say, 165. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I think we'll just drop you in there. Take you out there. But a little bit of a web of there. Hopefully these will get auto detected and built. I think this will be the last block of flats I want to put in here because I don't want Bridge City to get too big. What I really want to do is put the focus on up over here. Let me just see how are we doing. How's the road building crew here? These guys are just putting the finishing touches on here. And these guys are working. I mean, they're working pretty well up here. And then we'll put the roads in and get this connected. So we've now got an open store here. We're just going to put a limit on, get rid of the uranium, and we don't want wood. Take the wood out. And what I really need up here is a distribution office as well. We've got the fire station. I mean, I'd really like to see whether I could get fire crews up here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy... Oh, we're down to 2 types of fire engine. When it's going to be a long way out, and I'm not convinced we're going to get the workers who will come out this way unless there's a big surplus. And we're not getting a big surplus here. Let me just see. I mean, this is even further away. We don't have that many workers here either. I'm just going to put a token bus on here, I think, for the moment. 35. I think we're going to use a minibus, and hopefully that will... Oops, I don't want to launch. And I'm not holding up a long distance here because this is a very long way out. Station, load workers. Fire station, unload workers. But this is more about possibly having a little bit of insurance up this area. If we can get at least some fire crews in here, that will actually make them work. But the trouble is we've got no power here as well. Or have we got power? Got power to here. Okay, so we've made a power connection here. They've actually built this here, which is great. Because we've got no power into this area. But what I'm going to need to do is put another extension to the power supply out through here. I mean, we could probably put some provisional power in from here. So, and that could be worth considering. So we could put, say, something like that just alongside here. Clayton Road Crew, Bolo Road Crew. I'm not even going to try and put the power lines in just at the moment. Okay, this road is built now. And what was I going to put over here? Maybe a hospital here, wasn't I? I think if we put a hospital about here. Okay, I'm just going to assign this to... not the construction office, Drayton Road Crew and the Volno Road Crew. And we've got hospital here. I don't want to put education in this area. Now, I don't want to put education in this area because what we'll do is we'll put the schools on the way out. So we've got food, we've got clinic. I suppose we could get our first accommodation blocks in here. I mean, let's have a look at the default buildings. I've been kind of ignoring them. The problem with these is I just don't like the road connections. I mean, I'll be completely honest. It just makes the city look a bit clumsy. Yeah, I think, sorry about this. I've just got to go for... I just like these modded buildings. 68 workers, 46 workers. These are not, these are a little bit small. Don't really want those. 430. This is... I don't want to put massive amounts of people in here. At the same time, I want enough workers in here. I mean, if we could put in, say, A couple of blocks up like this. Maybe just stagger them a little bit, like I did before. Maybe you can come up and keep the theme going that way, like that, or I think maybe this side where that's got. I don't want to do that because that road is still being built. I think if we go like that, just press. Oops, thank you, game. We put a block there. Oops, no. Then we'll flip you round so we got like a communal footpath up the center, like that. Just get you in here. Then we'll just connect everything up with footpaths. You can come through this. Probably not really in the center. Hook you up like that. Then do is come off about there, up through the center there to there. You can hook up to there and there. Then you can come across like that. Maybe curve up like that. You can connect there. You can connect there. And we'll bring a footpath through here. You can connect there. And and you can connect there. And you can connect there. Then this one can come through like that. And just kind of curve around there, come down there. And you can come in there and there. And then we're going to put all these footpaths in position. This road's just about to finish. Good. I'm just going to leave that for the moment. Again, that's not really an urgent job. This is just planning for the future. How are we doing through here? This job allocated? Yes, you're allocated. You're allocated. You're not allocated just at the moment, but it's okay. What we got here? So if we have power to these. Yeah, so we got power as far as here. And it's looking good. Let me just check what my construction train is up to. Okay, yeah. You're finished. So what are you doing? Probably doing nothing. Back to where are you? You've got no jobs at all. Well, that's better than you going off right. Better than going off and being completely rogue. And what I want you to do now is build this track through to here. Right, these guys are working on this road out to here. But the Volno road crew have now finished the connection through to here. It's getting a bit. I think I'd rather have the Volno road crew working on what's up here for the moment. I mean, these guys are running a little bit light at the moment. What have you got assigned? Nothing. Do I want them to build anything else at the moment? I think what I'm going to do is we're going to just pause, put the auto research. put you onto roads and footpaths only. And then we're just going to... These guys, I think we're going to... Have you got a bus? Yes, you've got a bus. What we're going to do is we're going to... Okay, who's auto-detecting these? Okay, they are actually auto-detecting out here, which is good. That's probably a bit outside their range. This road's now finished, so we can just put in... We were just down here. Don't really need a connection there. We need to put the roads in here. Ah, no. Up to there. We'll just get those auto-detected. Actually, I'm just looking at these roads. Not railways, roads. Wonder whether we can put some trolley buses in. Maybe once we've got this area established and we start working on the main town over here, we can start using some trolley buses. I've never ever used trolley buses in the game, so that could be quite interesting. So we're just going to let this build up and start coming together. How's my population? Well, it's holding up reasonably well. I mean, we're down to 14,609, which means we've lost about a population of 300, but you can see the death rate. Wow, 1,000 deaths, we've got 8 births. Now, the trouble with losing 1,000 of the population is we're losing workers, which can be an issue. And it's something we need to keep an eye on, because it's all right replacing those workers with babies, but they take time before they actually start to, how can you say, contribute to this environment. But looks like, have a look here. Yeah, I don't think the population is actually survived. I think most of the population here is died off, so I don't think this has really worked that well. We've got a few people still hanging in here, but I think they're going to need to have some proper heating here. Assign you to Trout Lake. And oh, we've got the power cable in. Yeah, I think we're going to have some proper heating in here. It was a nice idea to work without heating, but I don't think it's really going to work in the long term. Okay, how are you doing? You're doing really well here. In fact, he's gone off down here. Well, to be honest, I'm not too worried if he builds. Probably going to have to build a long way down here because we won't have a crossover. It's going to be inconvenient. I'm trying to think of a way I can do this. We've got a passing place here. Well, we're just going to have to work with what we've got. I mean, I think probably it's going to be more important to get the asphalt, not the asphalt, gravel working. How are you doing? Excuse me, game. I think what we're going to do is I've just kind of had enough of this guy. What I'm going to do is assign you and you. Got a feeling that my construction trains, both of them are working over here, and that's why this track is moving forward so fast. Problem is they're going to end up nose to tail eventually because there's no signals over here. You're that one. You're working up there. Okay. I'm just going to get this built in. Oops, nope, that's not the one. That's the one. We need these two built. Actually, I'm just going to buy these, I think. No, 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 no. We'll give these guys a chance to redeem themselves. I think what we're going to do is just let him lay this track, and then I'm going to cancel this job. Yeah, this isn't the job that I was hoping, expecting him to do. We'll just let him do his stuff. Must admit, I do really like this construction train. Oh, get off the track. We're just going to spend that construction. And it gives him a high-speed flip back, and hopefully he will come out and build these two little sections. And then that will mean that I've now got this whole area which I can now bring back under control. And then we can get a gravel train coming down here, so we won't have a problem with gravel. Well, I don't think I've really got that much of a problem with gravel anyway. Also, we've had a fire again. Where was that? Okay. In this area. Am I getting any? Yes, we've got fire crews in. Yes. Really happy with that. And even if it's minimum cover, I'm really happy. And of course, the next thing we have to think about here is heating, which is going to be interesting. I mean, we're going to need to have people coming down to here. So where are we going to put a heating plant in? Of course, it's going to have to be on this road here, because we're going to have to bring the coal out by truck, which is going to be quite a long way to come. But eventually we will pull coal in from over here. We've got a hospital there. Now if we expand this way, now, let me just think. So if we're going to expand this way, we're going to need probably multiple heating plants. This is going to be quite a big city. It's going to take us a little while to get the coal in from this area. So I'm wondering whether, now we've got the fire station working. So I build another aggregate storage here. Actually, just zoom in. That's that way, isn't it? Let me just see. That's really the wrong way round. What we want it is really that way round. So if I put in a large, so say for example we put in a large heating plant here, and that's going to be in range of that, and that will probably spread. 485. How far away is? I built this one along. Oh, look at winter's coming to an end. We built this one I mean, how far away is this one? Let's just see, because I'm not too sure how. Whoops. I'm not too sure how far the. So this guy can actually feed heat into here. What's the pollution like here? Let's just see. So 485 is not too bad, because if I come in here, yeah, I think that will work. If we go back up over here and put in, if we come about here, and if I say, for example, I put the, oops, again, got it wrong. Got a large heating plant here. That's gonna, and maybe we'll just move it back a bit so that it's almost at a maximum limit. That will put it in range of the power supply here. It will heat the fire station. So if we kind of, you've got to leave us some space for a road. We'll just come in here. Oops. So we'll just, yeah, I think that will work. We need a 3 excavator. And then what we can do is come into the construction and what we could do is put in a small, what we call it here. And of course, we've got no excavator because they're all busy. I'm not going to get oh, I've got a green there. So, and then what we'll do is we'll hook in you. Oops, no. Cancel. You can hook to there. You can hook to there. And then what we can do is bus the residents down to here. And what we're going to have to be is very careful not to build any residential properties in here. But what we could do is do what we did before, is put in the university here. I'm only going to assign you to... Wow. Okay, it looks like we're now starting to get out of range of the expansion constructor. I think we can assign you that. I think what we will do now is just put in the power supply here. We're going to go big time, and what I want to do is just run out, say something like that, and then to there. Again, our expansion road crew's in range of this one, so that's good. I think what I'm going to do now is possibly start moving some of the vehicles from the expansion road crew over here out to over here, because this is where, I mean, in some ways now this expansion road crew is just too far away from the area here. I certainly wouldn't mind moving some of those big cranes. Let me just see if you've got everything assigned. You've got nothing. Right, you've got no workers assigned. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to give you a worker pickup. It'll be a long way though, that's the problem. Give you a worker pickup there. I've got no idea where my electrical components are and mechanical components are. Where do you pick up your... apologies for this, I just can't remember. You're picking up from which warehouse? This warehouse. That's the mechanical components. The other one is central close, which is over here. Okay. Truthfully, what I need to do is get... You need boards. I think boards can be... Actually... We've got an open store here, so why am I messing about doing that? Electrical components, and you're never going to need that many, so we can... Not that one. It's this one. So for the moment, we're just going to go with that, and then what we're going to do is come here. And what have we got in here at the moment? So you've got an excavator and some ordinary trucks. So I think I'm gonna assign you over here. I think we're only just another one out. Actually, no. We're actually using this road crew at the moment, aren't we? Okay. I mean, we've got 13 million, so what am I actually doing messing about? Right, we're actually going to buy the crews. So we're going to get 2 buses. We're going to need a couple of covered holes. The speed is going to be, so we get a couple of covered holes. These are dumpers, so we're going to need some open holes. 15 tons, get some open holes in. We've got 2 concrete mixers. I don't really want pavers and rollers in here. I think another concrete mixer, and I wouldn't mind a couple of road cranes and a couple of tower cranes as well. Personal car. Why would I want a personal car in a construction office? I think we're going to put in maybe a couple more dumpers just to keep everyone busy, and I think that would be enough to be going on with. And then as the expansion crew runs out, what we'll do is we'll move more equipment over to here, and then we'll be able to start putting things together. I'm happy with that. Let's have a quick look at this again. We've got a lot of vehicles in here doing nothing. But at the same time, they may get called into use later on. So, oh, what we got here? We got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. It's blocking everything out. What's causing this? Okay, yeah, we've got a clash of jobs. Cancel. What that should do is that should get that working. He should now go out on that job, and what I should be able to do is reallocate. In fact, this job's becoming a pain in the neck, so I'm just gonna buy it. No, I'm not. We're gonna finish it properly. Yeah, it's because I allocated 2 jobs out to that area, and Matey decided that he wanted. So we're just gonna allocate that. Yeah, so that gave us a bit of a blockage. Isn't that fun? Anyway, I've just noticed that I'm starting to run out of time on this video, so what I'm going to do is just going to go over and take a look at Trout Lake and see how well population held up. Got a population of 1 in there. Yeah. 13 there. Village school, yep. So yeah, so we really need to put some more population into here. So what we're going to do is come here. This is nicely populated, 120. And now, considering we're building a heating plant here, what we're going to do is, oops, okay, I'm going to put some educated people in here as well. Got our heating plant running now, so that should make everybody happy over here. And then what we'll be able to do is just build this population up to a point where it can keep the fire station going. And now, so just to finish off, what we're going to do now is just take a quick look at. So you're actually building the wrong track again. You've gone down the wrong path, which is typical. And just come over to here. Get that finished. It looks like that actually is finished. So you back down to 1 job again. Yeah. So what I'm going to need to do now is actually signal up this area here so the trains can work on 2 jobs. We've got a fire. It's okay, that'll be under control. But what I will do is I will do that signaling off camera because it's going to be a little bit fiddly. And then at the start of the next video, I will go through what I've been doing. Just see how this guy's going. Yeah, I think, oops, wow, we've got a break in the track here. Okay. Just keep back to about there. And just assign that. And this guy's probably quite happily sat in the depot doing nothing now, with no jobs. Let me just see. Yep, he's got no jobs, but he's got a job now. And he can build the line out to there. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, Enjoy your gaming.